Alright, howdy folks. It's a balmy, I don't know, about 18 degrees this morning. I didn't do an actual opening, but we got this fuel caddy for my diesel fuel. So I'm just opening it up, getting all the parts out. Doing this over by the chickens. This ain't gonna be a crazy video. Hopefully nothing's broke or bent. All right. A couple wheels here. One wheel. There's the other one. Small box of parts here. Yeah, let me stand this thing. Stand it back up and get it off of this cart. All right, so I got this cut open. Spun a little bit. So far everything looks good. Got these two wheels, little casters, the two big wheels, the parts, the pump, which I'm not sure I'm going to use with this yet. If I can somehow use my bigger nozzle, I'm going to. Otherwise I'll store that for later. Inside that cardboard box is a small hose. I don't know, 10-footer or so. But I'm going to try and get these wheels bolted on before I stand this up. And we'll go from there. A quick inventory. I got a dent right there. The paint is chipped in several places, 5 or 6 places. Nothing rusting or anything like that. It looks like it's square and nothing bent other than the dent. But so far so good. All right. So upon closer inspection, these are actually nuts. I thought, you know, because I couldn't see the bottom, I thought these were actually welded nuts, but they're not. So we do have everything we need. So let me get these installed. All right, so just to show you, this is what it looks like. You got 4 lock nuts. Then you have, those are 13 millimeter. Then you have these 3 nuts that hold the plate to the bottom are 17 millimeter. We'll get the other side on and then we'll stand her up. All right, so just to reiterate and for filming purposes, I had thought originally that there was no bolts to go into here to hold these on, but it turns out these are nuts. Okay, that's why you don't get excited. We do have several scratches here. Oh, not that one. This is a dent here. This is a dent here, and then you could see where paint. There's one here, but mainly on the top and one of the sides you have scratches in the paint. Now this dent here, the paint is actually chipped, so eventually that could rust. So, but it is what it is. Shipping is shipping. It's not often you get something shipped that isn't dented, so my opinion. All right, so that's it, standing on all 4 wheels. It's got locking casters in the front, which is nice. Plastic wheels, of course, but just to show you, here's the big chip here, big chip there, chip, 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 chip. So there's a few. I'm not concerned about that, to be honest with you. Things happen in shipping, you know, it is what it is. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's gonna get a little beat up over the years anyway. As long as the thing don't leak, it ain't full of filth and everything. I looked in there with a flashlight and it looked relatively clean. But we're gonna, I mean, looking at it too, I don't think I'll be able to use the pump that I want to use in here, so I'm gonna have to use the one that they gave me, and you know, I'll modify it in the future if I need to. But for now, I'll use that, and I know that the hose is going to be short. Hopefully we don't run into a problem filling the machine. All right, well, this here is the pump. sometimes people complain that these things leak or whatever, but I have one on a gas tote just like this, and it's been fine so far. But they give you some Teflon tape here and a nut to, it's like a lock nut. You put this on first, then you thread this on right here, and then you use that lock nut and it holds it in position. And then we'll put the handle on after. So just a note for you people who don't do stuff like this a lot, when you put your Teflon on the threads, go in the direction that this is going to tighten. Because if you try and go the other way, it's just going to unwrap as you try to thread it on. So just to show you, I've been using this trusty Craftsman set that I bought a couple of years ago. Been using it for all my little backyard projects. Trying to keep it clean. You know, Craftsman is Craftsman. It's not the greatest thing out there, but it's not the worst. But anyway, it's been working out pretty good. But this is the Vevor diesel fuel caddy all assembled and ready to be filled up. I'm not gonna rotate the pump until I can get it, lubricate it with some diesel fuel, prime it, and we'll go from there. I got some fuel. I got to transfer it from my other tank into here and then put the fresh fuel in as well.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so today's the next day. Filming this with the GoPro instead of my phone this time. But this is the tank that I'm going to be replacing. There's not a lot left in there. I was hoping to be able to use this pump on the new tank, but I'm not sure that will work there. I got to look at it a little closer. But right now it doesn't look like it's going to work, which means that the hose that's on there, and you can see this is weeping a little bit, but this thing here, I just don't trust it much longer. I know it's dripping a little bit, but this thing served me several years. It used to have oil in there. I use it for diesel fuel, not a big deal, but I'm switching it over to this one on wheels. So we're gonna see if we can't switch pumps first, and then I'm just gonna transfer what's left in this tank into this one, and then I got another like 10 gallons of fuel to drop in here. Alright, so I got the nozzle in there, and I'm just gonna get this going. This should be pretty primed, and you can hear it going right away. I'm going to see if I can't find a coupler that'll fit this and the other side and use this pump, because I got this 20-foot hose on here, which will not work on the other one, I don't believe, but it might. I mean, just got to check the thread pattern, but I think this is a coarse thread and that's a fine thread. Alright, so I didn't film it, but I transferred the fuel from the 2 cans with that little black and red battery powered pump. Those things are nice because I was able to put the gas can or the diesel can up on the bench and just fed the tube over here. You could see this is floating. I don't know if this reads the actual gallon. It does. Looks like I got 25 gallons inside here, and I believe this is either 35 or 40 gallon. I'd have to double check, but I'm just gonna test the prime. I'm gonna just feed it back in just to see what happens, make sure it's working, and then I gotta deal with figuring out how I could get a longer hose on here, because this is going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little too short. I mean, it's going to be close. I'd have to drive up on the ramp a little bit. I could get this probably another 12 inches over, but let's see if it'll pump. And I'm going to try and find a steel cap here. These plastic things are kind of garbage. They're easy to cross thread too. So this is not primed. So let's see. Oh, look at that, it primed itself. Look at that, it's pumping perfectly. Alright, I like it. Alright, I'm not going to go crazy here, but you can also reverse these. But we're just going to drain it. Just lift it up and drain it right back in, so we don't make a mess here. There we go. Try and get this back on here without making a mess. And I try and keep the hose tip up if possible. I'll probably rig something up to keep it from, hopefully you guys can see all this. I'll rig something up to keep this from, you know, falling down, or we'll be able to clamp it up here. But for now, this will work out just fine. We're going to leave it right there. I got plenty of fuel to get through the rest of this season. And I do like to treat this, and I do let it run down at least 2/3 down before I put fresh fuel in there. That way it kind of revitalizes the fuel that's in there. You never let it go too long without putting fuel in. And that goes with gas and everything. Thanks for watching.